So we just got dropped off back at Road 23 by Peter, Trail Angel. Didn't want to take any money, so very much appreciate his contribution to the trail, and we're about to head off. We're only going to go about a mile in today before we find a campsite. That gives us a bit of a jump start on some of the sections tomorrow. So.
And when the world is burning all around.
We're arriving at where we plan on camping this evening. We're just a mile in from where we started. There's another party here, so we need to find a spot. There's supposed to be room for 4 tents here.
There's also one down there.
We had a peaceful night. A little bit of a slopey campsite, but it worked out okay. We're hoping to get 11.6 miles today or something to the next water. There are water spots, but a lot of them are saying they're kind of milky with glacial silt type stuff. So we're looking for clear water and a good campsite. So about to hit the trail. Yesterday was supposed to be a 0 in Trout Lake, but it ended up being a Nero because we came back out to the trail in the evening and hiked a mile or so to get to our campsite. So Wednesday was a shorter day into Trout Lake. We spent the night in Trout Lake at the home of the Trail Angel Steph. And then Thursday, yesterday, the 9th day, we spent most of the day at her house and then in town, but then came out for the evening. So that was a Nero. And so this is day 10, Friday. There have been far out comments that the trail crews have been working, and you can see they have. People were complaining about how difficult it was to get through this section, but then look at all the work that's been done, and now we just stroll through. So thank you to the people who get out and clear the trails for hikers. These are huge logs, and it would have been a real nuisance to climb over them.
Someone did leave it up. You little Sharpie, right?
Wow, thanks Trail Crew XOXO.
Oh, they need to know we appreciate them. Hard to make time when you're passing by all these ripe and sweet huckleberries. Keep stopping to eat. They just taste so fresh. When you're out here eating non-fresh things, they just taste so good. Mm. He doesn't want to stop. He's chowing down. Okay, shall we hike?
I suppose.
Going into the Trout Lake burn now. Our driver yesterday said that they did evacuate part of the Trout Lake area, at least. And we're doing some things to try to protect the town because it was getting close and a little scary. No one lost their homes, but some outbuildings were lost.
The trail crews have only gotten so far, so we've been going over and under blowdowns on this section. Mount Adams right there. we really wonder about the strangeness of the fire behavior. You've got this dead tree right here, but it's right next to a living tree that apparently survived. How does that happen? It's very strange.
That was tying me up. He does it so much more easily than I do. My knees just don't want to bend. So, a little trickier. Oh, look at all these flowers in that mountain.
We're up here where it really feels alpine-y. We're at 5,800, 5,900 feet. We got the mountain summit not very far away, it looks like. Got a bracing wind blowing. It's really very beautiful. Alpine flowers. Going into a live area, which is nice, not just the burned area.
This is such an enjoyable trail. All these wildflowers. We're told we have about another 5 miles of burn, but you know, it skips pockets, and so you'll see these live sections and live trees right next to burn trees, right next to it. It's amazing. It's like that green tree drew the lottery ticket that day and wasn't consumed by the fire. Here's an example of one. You've got those dead trees right there. They were on fire right next to that live tree. How did it make it? It always surprises me how quickly we can get closer to the mountain and cross in front of it. And then before you know it, it's going to be behind us. It's amazing. And we don't go super fast. Just keep walking. We turn the corner and look at that. Those layers of mountains. So pretty. I think we'd see Helen's if it was clear. Look at that glacier up there. Right in there. Awesome. And there's this big billowing cloud behind it. Looks like smoke.
We're getting into some of this lava rock. Don't know how much time we'll spend in it. I hope not that much.
There's a little smoke.
couple nights ago they had some thunderstorms around here that had some lightning strikes that started some small fires. There was some question back at the store at Trout Lake about whether the trail would be closed or not, but it wasn't. It's open. We passed a hiker a little while ago that said in a couple miles we'd come to some Forest Service personnel who are redirecting us on a detour because of a tree that is apparently, I don't know if it's on the trail, at the trail, by the trail, still smoldering or still burning. And we are seeing some smoke over there. Don't know if I'm picking it up in the video or not. But we expect we'll run into those Forest Service people here before too long. This looks newly scorched. The writing on this tape says to follow the pink tape on a detour. Here's a smoking tree. More smoke. Well, the trail didn't take us out onto this rock, but their detour is to avoid the burning tree. Probably won't video much here. Probably should have my hands on my poles. Here's the fire scene. Firefighter back there helping to clean up. We actually think this fire started while we were sitting down there waiting for the shuttle into Trout Lake. There was quite a bit of thunder off in the mountains, and then we were hearing about lightning strikes starting fires up here. So we think it was probably then, 2 days ago, while we were waiting to go into town.
We got a wonderful campsite again. Here's Mount Adams, and here's our camp spot. So we've got a view of it from our tent. We've had some good campsites this trip. Here's very nice.
Getting ready to hit the trail. Have a beautiful view of the mountain just as the sun's touching the crest. I think we both had a fairly restful night of sleep. It's chilly this morning, chillier than it's been so far. So we both have on our sweaters. Linda had on her puffy for a while, but took it off to hit the trail.
That might be a little smoke haze over the mountain there.
Yeah.
Still beautiful.
Beautiful morning today. Beautiful area we're walking through. We had to cross Adams Creek back there. It's the most challenging water crossing we've had and probably will have on this hike. It was a rushing creek. There were some logs to cross on, but Linda didn't feel comfortable on the logs, so we waded it. Water was very cold, but it was a short wade. Now we have this nice little pond down here.
This is our trail this morning. Walking with Mount Adams. Gosh, can you ask for any better? Beautiful. We are truly in a beautiful place. Look at that.
This is the poorly named Muddy Creek. I mean, look how clear that water is. Definitely not muddy. We were going to get water here, but there's a spring 0.8 miles ahead that someone said was like the nectar of the gods. So we're going to go drink of the nectar of the gods instead of from the Muddy Creek. This bridge is bridge challenged, but I think we can walk across on the bridge. I don't think we have to wade. Well, I'm going to go ahead and go across, and then I'll come back and help you. Okay? This is Lava Spring, and I guess it's named that because it flows out of that big mound of lava rocks. But the water is very cold and very good, so this is what we waited for instead of getting water at that other creek. It's well worth waiting. Big mound of volcanic rock right here. Oh, that's an even bigger one. That whole hillside is nothing but volcanic rock. There's a big Christmas tree growing right out of this lava mountain here. And a lot of other things too. I don't know how they managed to grow. Is there dirt that has fallen in amongst the lava rock that they're feeding off of? Or do they not really need anything besides what the lava gives them? We've heard there's supposed to be trail magic up here. We're not absolutely certain it's this trailhead, but this seemed like the most likely one. Oh, I think that's it right there. Magic, it says over there in the sun. So yes, I think this is trail magic. Hooray. Great, thank you. All right, thank you very much. Well, that was nice to have a little bit of trail magic. It's a guy who drove down from Olympia. It's a 3-hour drive for him. So he really made a commitment to come. He had cold sodas and various chips and some fruit.
There were cookies.
And cookies.
We just were good and didn't have any.
Yeah. trying to watch the carbs. So I just had a little sampling of things. But it was very nice of him to come down. We had our lunch there actually, and sat and chatted with him a little bit. Back on the trail. We're camping this evening in it wasn't a particularly major camping spot or anything, but several people have found their way in here. So we have our tent, and then a pair from Germany here, a guy from the UK with his dog, a guy over there from Washington, and a woman from Australia. So it's quite a crowd we got going on here for a change. Seems like usually we're by ourselves.
Early could